I used to work at a church as a bookkeeper. We just had a longing for something more.
I felt God telling me to come back to Zambia.
Yeah, I never expected to be here.
I was tired of just earning money and living a comfortable life.
We felt like God wanted us to love people who no one else loved.
The last 20 years of my life I've been a nurse.
My wife and I were busy in America.
The children just grabbed my heart.
I longed to live that kind of life that Paul lived.
Yeah, so God gave me such a burden for my people.
Most people come here as tourists. They want to feel and experience and touch Africa. They want to taste it. And yeah, it is. It's beautiful. You're faced with this raw power, and I mean, what you experience is incredible. But how many people get to really be friends and love the people living in the bush? And honestly, that's our privilege.
When you are in town, with all the comforts, you might think it's all good, but you have to go out there and check how people live in the village.
Jesus, you have called us.
Yeah, their lives are hard, but it's not the physical poverty. It's the spiritual poverty. It's the brokenness of self, the inner pain. It's the spiritual oppression. It's the death. It's the uncared for orphan. But what is so beautiful is when they get free. Is when they're free from that. When they find true life in Jesus. That's the freedom that we're longing to see.
I love it. I love the baby blanket.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Yeah, a little baby blanket.
Yeah. And there she is.
I'm making my house myself because my husband has dead. Because my son have dead. All of them. I make my house with mud. That's why I see like this.
How many children are staying with you here?
11.
11. Counting your children or counting just the small ones?
This one.
All of them. So 11 with you. Sure. God has given you a lot of grace. It's amazing.
And this is what we're passionate about. Everyone on our team is passionate about caring for the lost and caring for the least.
And I was shocked when I saw the state of the village. I just saw, people suffering, people having to fetch water and being eaten by crocodiles, or no education and the illiteracy, and it just broke my heart. I just went home and I just couldn't forget just the darkness that I saw.
And it's kind of a twofold vision. One is for orphans, and the other is for church planting. We saw that if orphans are to come alive, if orphans are to become all that they can be, they need a church to stand with them, around them.
Our heart is really to see, little Bible studies everywhere in this community, because we feel like that's where the real life comes from, not so much in a big church group meeting, because people hide their issues.
So we're building a community of churches, small, reproducible churches that are led by Zambians. They're learning to love Jesus. They're learning not just religion, they're learning to follow a man who saved their life.
And another thing we really want them to understand is that they can hear from the Holy Spirit. They don't need like us, superstars or makuas. That's what they call white people.
And so we're building these little house churches, we call them, where they sit in their hut, they gather their neighbors and their relatives and friends around them, and they learn to lead these churches and to start other churches and to train those other leaders. So that's our goal, that's our dream.
The children's home in the village where we care for orphans, we want it to be run well. We want these children to be well cared for. but we also want them to be raised by local Zambians. So right now we have a Zambian mama who is from the village, who's taking care of the children who we have there. We want them to still be a part of their village, still be a part of where they're from, so they feel like they're still a part of a bigger family, a bigger community.
Here she goes. Oh, she's even laughing. Good girl. You are getting so big.
But we